this is TGC Requiem. We are here with, excuse me, we're here with a Legacy Draft Cube. I don't know anything about the format, so bear with me. Dark Depths. I think we're just going to go with opposition here. Pretty powerful card. I think you guys are missing one card in the way this is kind of set up. So, Verdict could be alright. We kind of want to have some artifacts to pair with opposition. Tap an untapped creature you control, tap target artifact, creature, or land. Secret of the Way could go really well with that if we wanted to do 2 color. But if we're going to do that, Verdict or Day of Judgment seems better with a little bit of a control build. I think we go... Yeah, sorry, Secret doesn't actually create any tokens. I think we go Verdict here. Jace could be really solid. Raise the Alarm would be really good too, but Jace is just too powerful, I think, here to skip, so we'll grab Jace. So again, we're here with Legacy Cube. If I can get this a little... Make sure you're not missing anything. Delta is definitely good. Serendib Ifrit seems good. Right now, I think we're just going to take the Delta. Gives us the ability to potentially splash into some other colors. Mana fixing is always important. Again, I don't know a ton about the format, so just a heads up. Alright, so Sun Titan's a bomb. That's pretty good. Forbid, buyback, discard 2 scout. Yeah, that doesn't seem likely. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 if you do draw a card. Okay, so not a token generator, but card advantage. Could be pretty good, but I think we're going to go with Sun Titan at the moment. Gives us a bomb to work towards. Right now, Jace is the only thing that Sun Titan can return. I suppose it can return a polluted Delta as well from the graveyard. Hero of Bladehold, however, works really well with opposition. Your Arid Mesa, Perforos. Perforos is another thing that goes really well with token making, which would pair well with opposition. Grave Titan, another. I think we do want Hero of Bladehold though. Arid Mesa would be good if we wanted to splash red. But I think right now we're kind of heavily into white. Hero Blade holds a good clock, pairs well with opposition. Mother of Runes, very good. Delver is good. Grab Delver just in case. I'm not sure it's the right choice there. So Sunpetal Grove allows us to potentially splash green. Shouldn't be too hard to pay the cost of having a Plains. Plains looks like it's going to be probably one of our heaviest colors. Banisher Priest, however, good removal. I think we kind of go that route. Terminus seems to fit in well with what we've got going on. Paying for upkeep, you may put a treasure counter on Legacy's Lure. Sacrifice, gaining control of target creature with power less than or equal to the number of treasure counters on Legacy's Lure. Yeah, Terminus seems too good here, but Legacy's Allure would actually be alright. Phyrexian Revoker could be really good here. It's a way to handle handle permanent abilities that we can't handle any other way. We're actually a little creaturey, which is fine because again we are playing opposition. Starting to get some things we can do with Sun Titan. Raise the Alarm works great here. Pairs well with Jace. Definitely going to take the Ifrit this time. I kind of want to take Honor of the Pure, but Mentor of the Meek seems good as a draw engine. And a lot of our stuff has lower power. Oh, that's actually awesome that Gaddock Teague got wheeled. That could be a problem card for us, so... Oh, Entreat the Angels, how about that? Savannah. Birds. Oust. Dissolve Inventor. So basically anything that's not white or blue we can ignore. Dissolve's probably not making it in. Venser is really good. Oust is not that great. I think it really comes down to Entreat, the Savannah, or Venser. Put X4. If we have some way to help filter, Entreat would be okay. I'm just not confident it's all that great right now. the Savannah. That's probably terrible. Windswept Heath, that gives us access. So that seems good. Looter seems okay. Unexpected absent is actually pretty good too. I think we really want unexpectedly absent here. Suck a dog. This is just good removal. Glacial Fortress fits. Winter Orb. Players can untap more than one land during their untap steps. Okay, so Winter Orb actually pairs really well with opposition. We have a low curve. That's pretty good. Pact of Negation. We got a lot of stuff that can wheel here. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a 2/2 Drake token with flying. We don't have a ton of instants or sorceries. Destroy target enchantment. That could be good. Glacial Fortress or Winter Orb. So Winter Orb is a lot better too when paired with Mana Rocks. I think we're going to take the Fortress for the moment. See what comes back around. I think we're going to just grab the Batter Skull here. Wall of Omens is good. Gain control of the target creature's power less than or equal to man. Seize power for as long as it remains tapped in that creature's. Okay, so I think we're just going to go with Wall of Omens here. Cube is one of my favorite formats to play. Marsh Flats. I think, so you get access to the Marsh Flats. Careful Study. So I really wish I had gone with Mother of Runes over Delver because we're really becoming a bit more creature heavy. Careful Study is pretty good here. Just to kind of filter early. Stormtide Leviathan. Condemn seems pretty good in this spot. We don't have a ton of spot removal. Right, what do we have for spot removal? We got Unexpectedly Absent. We got a couple sweepers which might be able to be moved. Brainstorm or Spell Pierce? Got one fetch. Spell Pierce is pretty good. I feel like the format Spell Pierce is not as great. Alright, so Entreat. I think we're going to take Entreat this go round. And Natural Order. Feels weird to pass Natural Order. Articar wastes. Easy. So there certainly are like right and wrong picks for Legacy, but in my experience with Legacy, you basically are drafting more of like a constructed deck than anything. Instant or sorcery. So Cammy's good, but I think Talmand is better. Probably aren't going to pay for that though. Oh, and we got the Hallowed Spirit Keeper as well. Beautiful. But you're basically drafting it to constructed deck, so the first couple picks you want to take like just the best card available if possible. But then beyond that, you're really just hoping to build a constructed deck. I mean, really, you're trying to build a archetype, and if you draft in that manner, your deck's going to be much better. It's a lot different than, or at least I presume it's a lot different from, normal pack drafts. The current format of which would be Shadows over Innistrad. I mean, really, in that you do try and draft to some extent the most constructed, viable deck you can for the format. But Legacy, the cards, or not just Legacy, but Legacy or a Powered Cube, for example, the cards are really powerful enough that you're trying to put, you have enough copies, if you will, of what you're trying to get to. So, for example, if I'm looking for like to use Modern for example, Serum Visions, I got a couple cards that give me some filtering early in the game, and I've got some spot removal that's really solid. Just the stuff is really good. Brimaz seems awesome here. Cryptic seems awesome. Man, really wish Glorious Anthem too. So that may wheel to us possibly Consecrated Sphinx. That actually is pretty sweet. So Sphinx is a good finisher. Brimaz really helps us set up our opposition though. Cryptic Command is so good. It's possible it wheels because somebody is not in position to handle three blue, triple blue. So kind of what we've got here going on is ideally we're going to create a lot of creatures, and then we're going to tap those creatures during their upkeep to tap down all their lands and creatures. That's basically our goal here. And eventually we just, over time, Tundra. So real quick, what else do we got in here? Dungeon Geists. Ashiaka seems really good too. Lineback seems alright. But yeah, Tundra just help with our fixing. Obliterator. Man, Gideon, absolutely. Eureka. So we're definitely getting so much good stuff here. We're gonna have to cut some stuff. Right now I feel like Supreme Verdict's becoming a bit more of a sideboard card. Terminus just bounces creatures, which is actually not so terrible for us, considering we do have a few things we can redo. I can actually probably move Delver over as well at this point. Malaku actually is pretty sweet as well. Negate is good. I think we're just going to take the negate for now. If Meloku, I can't pronounce, comes back around, we can consider that. Thread's actually pretty good. Gifts seems really good for what we're going for, I think. Elspeth. Yeah, I think we take gifts here. Preordain's pretty excellent as well. But we kind of got a variety of stuff going on here. Terminus again may end up being a sideboard card. Certainly not 100% certain I want to treat the angels, but it also is a pretty sweet top deck. Land tax. At the beginning of upkeep, if opponent controls more lands, then you may search library, but up to 3 basic lands. Reveal them. Yeah. Watery Graves would allow us to splash a little bit of black. And land tax is okay. Council of Judgment is sweet. Kitchen Finks is sweet. Revelark. What do we have with power 2 or less? We have Jace, Revoker, Wall, Banisher, Mentor. Council's Judgment seems better here. So it's nice to know that basically green whatever is open. Rishadan Port, tap target land. So I have access to potentially Sylvan Library, which seems unlikely. Target player draws 4 cards and discards 3 cards if this cast. During main phase, draw 2, discard 2. Yep, you seem good. Glorious Anthem. I'm gonna be terrible at this deck, by the way. I'm gonna play it so poorly. Not a style of deck I normally play. So, yeah, that seems good. Actually, we have access to catacombs. Oh, we still got Meloku. I'm definitely a little top heavy. We're gonna have to figure this out. Alright, so I think we're pretty much done with our draft here. 45, that seems right. So, Bayou, really don't see any reason to play it unless we want to play Gaddock Teague. Which could be a thing out of the board. Slaughter Pact could be good, but I don't think we need it in our main deck. Possibly the same with Watery Grave. I mean, it's a way to fetch blue, but we can already fetch blue. We don't really need the ability to fetch black in the main. So 1, 2, 3, 4 white, 4 blue. So I think, what if we add 6 and 6? It's 12, 17. We probably don't need quite that much. I'm going to peel that back to 5 and 5 for now. And so I definitely like Condemn, Brainstorm, Careful Study. So that's just like Raise the Alarm Wall for sure, Jace for sure, Negate for sure. Phyrexian Revoker could potentially be a sideboard card. Mentor, we definitely have the power to do something with. Banisher Priest could be good against creature strategies. Definitely Brimaz, Council's Judgment. Glorious Anthem just seems to fit well, so does Spear of Heliod, actually. We're really actually heavy white, so we might want one more white source and one fewer blue sources. How many instants and sorceries do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven. So I don't think we need to Fury in the main. Unexpectedly Absence good. I think Talron's fine. Hero Blade Hold. What's Elspeth do? Don't know if we want Serendipity Freet. So we could splash Gaddock Teague. No, that's no good. We're trying to get wide, but we're also trying to play a long game, which makes me think Serendipity Freet is really not that great. but it also has flying. um, we may not need careful study. The draw 2 discards alright though, especially for Jace. Don't think we need so many anthems necessarily. So definitely like Sun Titan. I don't think we need Elspeth. And I think if we cut Elspeth, we may want to consider cutting Serendib Ifrit. I really like the bulk of this deck otherwise. Slaughter Pact seems actually really great for extra removal, but again, so Savannah is like, there's no cost to Savannah really versus Plains. There's like the rare chance that somebody can destroy a basic. We actually want one more Plains here, right? Pretty, yeah, we want to add one more Plains. Actually, maybe cut an island and add a Plains. I just want to play and treat the angels, but with no real... No, I guess we could brainstorm it from our hand back on top. This is tough. I'm just trying to think what the last two cuts we want to make here are. It's possible we don't need Phyrexian Revoker until we see what our opponents are bringing. Flip side of that is it's nice hate. It's something we could get with a Gifts Ungiven. I think we'd rather be on Sun Titan versus Meliku. Although, yeah, probably Sun Titan over Meliku. And then I just don't think we need the Glorious Anthem. I think the Spear of Heliod's better upside. So I think that's what we're going to roll with. We'll see how it works. Blue-white is not the top of my forte. So I'm going to cut this recording out and we'll be back with the first match. Again, we're just doing a Legacy Cube. Cube's fun. This is just for fun. I will make tons of mistakes, I'm sure, but I love Cube as a format, and so if I can get people to get excited about Cube, makes me excited.